we showed this movie to two Academy Award Best Director, Best Film Directors, and both of them are really kind of brutal. You know, when you go to them, because they're going to tell you the truth, what they think of the movie and everything. Both of them were absolutely stunned. One of them is my good friend Mel Gibson. The other one likes to remain anonymous. Mel was weeping, and in a fair world, this would hands down win Best Picture. But like The Passion, they won't touch this one. Your name may not appear down here in this world's Hall of Fame. In fact, you may be so unknown that no one knows your name. The Oscars and the praise of men may never come your way, but don't forget, God has rewards that he'll hand out someday. This crowd on earth, they will soon forget when you're not at the top. They'll cheer like mad until you fall, and then their praise will stop, not God. He never does forget, and in his Hall of Fame, by just believing on his Son, forever there's your name. I tell you, friend, I wouldn't trade my name, however small, that's written there beyond the stars in that celestial hall. For all the famous names on earth of the glory that they share, I'd rather be an unknown here and have my name up there. You know, when we, I remember what I was going to tell you earlier, when we were so attacked on The Passion, finally when it came out, and this is 2 years now after we started, and all of a sudden, all the theaters were just, people were driving to the theaters, and it was like, you know, CNN didn't make the people stop, NBC didn't, and all of the bad propaganda media, people listened from their hearts. And that started on Ash Wednesday of 2004. They saw this is an R-rated film,
Referring to The Passion.
Of the Passion of the Christ.
Right.
And we had more on that day. The next day, it was insane. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Now, here's interesting. That year 4 was the first time the Academy Awards got moved up 2 months earlier, and not on a Monday, but on a Sunday. So we started on a Wednesday because it was Ash Wednesday when it was released, and then those 5 days come up on Sunday. This is a comeuppance, man. The Academy Awards, I remember Billy Crystal on stage with his mouth just dropped because they weren't the main attraction. Jesus was. He was the main attraction. And they were so upset because here they were celebrating themselves. And even the following year, they celebrated. And the people's choice, the people said The Passion. And they chose to just block us out. And, you know, they're doing that. And they become the irrelevant show now. When I was younger, when Braveheart was there, it was like probably over 100 million people at that point. Now, it's way below 20 million. I mean, person of interest, I believe we, at the high point, we were like 18.5 million. Okay, that's the Academy Awards now. You are going to make this film last forever. And this is I'll take a cultural change. If we were to get rid of trafficking, abortion, just killing children. I mean, let's face it, it's killing children. I mean, they're talking about killing a baby 27 days after it's born. Why? You ever think about that? You think that saves the mother's life for some reason? How does that save the mother's life? It's absolutely appalling. And we're done with all your pedo laws. We're done with your woke, okay? And so there's got to be something from this fire that comes out and comes into this new way of what we're going to do. And I believe Angel's the first beginning of this whole thing. And what are your children going to watch? What are we going to leave for them? You know, why is Disney... I can't even... When I did the Count of Monte Cristo, They wanted me to remove the God from all of the script. True story. I say yes to the Count of Monte Cristo. I read it as a great script. So I go to Ireland. I'm there, and I've got Richard Harris, Guy Pearce. We're all sitting in the room. And all of a sudden, it's, I'm reading the script, and what happened to God? God will give me justice? Yeah, that's not in the movie. That's not in the film. Any of you like that film? So I had to make a decision. And I'm not ashamed of God or anything, but I'm in an embarrassing situation, and I had to say, no, I can't do this. And right is right, wrong is wrong, but for the love of my fellow countrymen, I cannot betray them. So that's what happened. And I said, and then Disney said, oh, so you're one of those? I said, one of those what? One of those what? One of those who rewrite Alexander Dumas? One of those who rewrite Shakespeare? Because that's essentially what you did. And so I held my ground. And by God, they backed off. And, we've got to be strong Christians like that, to hold the ground when you have to say, we're not buying that product anymore.